soul pop outfit Imaginary Cities joins us this morning in Sound and Words. Their sophomore disc, Fall of Romance, arguably the most anticipated local release of the year, dropped this spring. And after exploding onto the Canadian music scene with their debut, Temporary Resident, the band has filled time on the road, touring with the Pixies, and were longlisted for the Polaris Music Prize. And vocalist Marty Sarbit and multi-instrumentalist Rusty Mattias join us this morning. Thanks so much to both of you for coming in before you head out to Brandon for the Folk Festival.
Thanks for having us.
Just off the top, I have to say, Canada Day at the Forks, Bells of Cologne with the Symphony was one of my favorite musical moments of the summer.
Oh, thanks. Definitely an experience for us too.
Yeah, to have the full symphony behind you, I can imagine. I want to talk a little bit about the record. We haven't had a chance to chat with you guys since Fall of Romance dropped, and the first thing I noticed, I guess, when I listened to it, sat down, literally just listened to it, big was the word I thought of. It has a bit of a grander, larger sound to it. And I guess, Rusty, maybe talk a little bit about that, what you guys were hoping to do with this record.
Yeah, like on the first record, it was all just a collection of demos and sort of whatever we had, and we were just finding our sound. And on this record, we sort of spent a little more time filling up the sound and having strings come in, and working with Howard Redekop in Vancouver was amazing. We spent a month just doing whatever. There were no, you know, we were allowed to do whatever we wanted, and he knew a lot of musicians in Vancouver that came in, and yeah, we just kind of, we wanted it to be big and sort of symphonic, and I think we achieved that.
Definitely achieved that, yeah, and some great names joining you guys on the record as well. You had members of Sloan, the Sheepdogs, Mother on there as well. In very good Canadian company, I would say, musically. Marty, just from my perspective, I've seen a lot of your local shows, and for me, since you guys started out, just watching you as a fan, I've kind of seen you really grown as a performer and become more comfortable on stage and with the band. For you, it must have been a pretty big experience kind of going from Temporary Resident now to Fall of Romance. What do you feel like you've kind of learned through this process?
I feel like I've learned what it's like to be in a band, and the second time around, I definitely have a lot more expectations that I didn't have before, and this guy taught me a lot, and and I don't know, I feel more comfortable with it having an album and promoting it and everything that goes with that.
And having a lot of people who are really loving what you do probably doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, it feels pretty good.
Now, you guys, as far as your recording process to your stage show, kind of different because you do studio stuff by yourselves and the band comes later. How does that kind of work out when you transfer what you do in studio to the stage?
Every time I've been a part of a record, I've never worried about how we're going to do it live. Like on the record, there'll be 6 guitars on one song, or strings, which we obviously don't have on the road with us. And you worry about it later. The songs need what they need on the recording, and then figure out a way to, you know, dumb it down, not dumb it down, but, you know, use the most important melodies and parts, you know, like maybe I'll play the strings on a guitar or something. And so it ends up being a little bit more rocky, I guess. That's the word I can think of at the moment, but it's a little bit more of a ballsy show than it is on the record. The record's more grandiose and a lot of different instruments, and it's sort of dumbed down for live.
And you're bringing that to a bunch of festivals later this summer and headed out to Brandon this weekend. When are you guys playing Saturday in Brandon?
We're playing at 11 p.m. and then the next day we're playing in a workshop, I think.
Yeah, it's called a band smash or something, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Smash up.
Well, that sounds very loud and exciting.
Yeah.
Check them out. Go to Brandon. It's not that far. You're also going to hear a preview from Imaginary Cities coming up on the stage.